Well, good evening and welcome to Polson, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and Vals, as the Valkyries get ready to take on the Polson Lady Pirates in volleyball action here on Thursday. Valkyries are 3-2 on the season. Polson is 4-0 in conference and getting ready to play. 406-270-73 out 84 out there if you can hear me. And let me know that you're listening out there. Got us dialed in here in Polson, Montana. In pregame, I had a chance to sit.
You guys are a young team. You only have technically 3 seniors, but one able to play with Natalie Vick out as well this year due to injury. So what do you do when you sit on the bench when they come in timeouts and try to tell the kids about positioning or hitting or serving or anything like that? Because you're a well-rounded, very good player, and we'd be a totally different team with you playing this year.
I mostly talk a lot with Feller. We talk a lot. I help with stats, and we try to, just like you said, talk about positioning and what's really going wrong. We really just try to figure out what we need to fix, and then he can go and tell the girls what they need to do and how to fix the mistakes. And then we track serving, obviously, so we'll tell them. We practice our seams in practice a lot, which is where we usually are like telling them where to serve the ball. So we usually find out their weakest player, their weakest passer, and me and Phil just kind of chat on the bench, and then he goes and tells them all those things.
Mostly like little hand signals, what position 1 through 6, right, to serve it to?
Yeah. And in the beginning of the year, we also just, mostly just have to help still with rotation stuff. It's hard to remember that kind of stuff sometimes, so.
Talk about some young players that coming up. I know, coming back, obviously, Cassie Schlitz coming back, as well as Claiborne's played before in Taylor as a setter, but new to the team. So talk about those 3, Howlett, Claiborne, and Schlitt, who are returners and played together.
You can definitely tell they've played together. Each of them kind of brings something different to the team. Obviously, Taylor's a great setter, and we couldn't have hitters without Taylor, so that's important. And Taylor's just a really positive person. So is Olivia. Olivia brings a lot of energy to the team. She's definitely one of the loudest on the team and the most confident, I would say. She gets every ball up. She dives for everything. She doesn't care if she falls flat on her face. She will go for every ball, and Liv just covers the court really well. Like, Cassie gets every tip that they tip over the block, and she's just a really good passer. And I think all of them, like you said, have super good chemistry because they have played together, and they all work really well together.
Well, I look at some of the new ones that I'm kind of impressed with. Reagan Waller seems to be a very, she's only a sophomore, but can really do all the things that you need all-around type of player. And she's got some hops.
Yeah,
and then Maddie Hayes Corona, the freshman that's up and playing as well. Talk about them, and then Emily Wisman for you guys.
Reagan didn't play a lot of varsity last year, but she stepped up this year. Like, you wouldn't, if I looked at her on the court, I wouldn't think she didn't play varsity last year. Like, you'd think she's been playing on varsity because she knows what she's doing. Like you said, she plays all the way around. She knows all her spots, all the positions. She used to play a setter, and she's a very versatile player, which is super important right now, especially with the low numbers we have. Maddie, obviously, freshman, surprised a lot of people, but she's an amazing addition to the team and something we really needed this year. She's a great hitter. She is one that we kind of have to bring up the confidence. Freshman year you have nerves and stuff like that, but she's doing great. She has great stats. Can't wait to see what she does by her senior year. And Emily's also super. She has a lot of energy too. She brings a lot of energy to the team, and especially when she's on the bench, she cheers a lot from the bench and all those kinds of things. So they're all just really well-rounded players that give a lot of energy to the team.
So I got just one more question for you, and I appreciate your time, Ava.
Got nothing.
I miss you being out on the court, to be honest with you. You were always fun. You started playing when you were a freshman. But talk about, Coach Ariel Putman now, not Stelnick, and this last 4 years of playing for Bigfork.
It's definitely been a roller coaster. And me and Ariel have been through it all. Like you said, I started my freshman year, and she wasn't a fan of freshmen my freshman year, but now we've grown a lot together, and I think she's a great coach, and I think she's going to be a great mom, and I'm excited for her. And I hope she's going to finish out this year, and I think it'll be really good. And like I said, we've been through a lot together, and I definitely know her a lot better now, and couldn't have been here without her.
Well, I'll tell you, most coaches, they don't like freshmen.
No.
Freshmen usually come in and they make dumb mistakes because they're not used to playing at the high school level, which makes sense, right? Until they develop their skills usually in that first year, and then they start to figure things out. But I know I'm going to miss you not playing. I've missed you this year, but not playing. I'm hopefully looking forward to you coming up later on this year and playing a different sport. But talk about Polson today, 4-0 on the season.
I mean, I haven't watched any of their games. I haven't watched a lot of film this year, but from what I've heard from the Whitefish girls and stuff, they're a good team. So I think it'll be a good game. And, I mean, looking at their freshman team and their JV team, their freshman team was really good. So I bet their varsity is going to be just as good.
Well, it should be an interesting match today, so hopefully the Valkyries come out and play to their capability, hustle, and I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for joining me on the pregame, and good luck to the team today. And go Vals.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, Ava Joe Davey on the pregame show. Brought to you by Averill Flathead Lake Lodge, where they proudly supported Bigfork Athletics since 1945. Hey, earlier action, and I'll get to the starting lineups here. We've got about 5 minutes or so till first serve in varsity action. In freshmen, the freshmen lost 3-0 to Polson, 25-22, 25-23, so really close, and 16-14. So they were right there. The C team, which are all freshmen, did a good job today. For the JV, they just got finished. They went 4. They lost 3-1. Polson wins 25-15, 25-22, so really close there. 7-15, and then 17-15 in that final, and Bigfork had a chance to win that to push it to 5. Unable to do that, lose that 3-1. So that brings us to the varsity match. It's the Valkyries taking on the Lady Pirates of Polson. Again, Bigfork is 3-2 on the season, and Polson is 4-0. I'll take a timeout. Be back here. Number 5, Riley Taylor Jefferson. Remember, the senior setter for them graduated last year. The captain is a senior, outside hitter at 5'8", Samantha Rensvall, number 6. Number 7, setter, defensive specialist at 5'7", senior number 7 is Lizzie Cunningham. A senior outside hitter and libero at 5'7", number 10, Sierra Perez. Outside hitter, a freshman at 5'7", number 11, Embry Bird. And finally, a middle blocker at 6'2", sophomore McKenna Corley. For head coach Lizzie Cox, and I can't read the rest of them on here, otherwise they give you the assistance. For the Valkyries tonight, well, the libero is a 5'3" junior, number 88, Olivia Claiborne. Defensive specialist at 5'2" is junior number 2, Cassie Schlitt. At 5'9", middle blocker, sophomore number 5, Lily Sophia. The setter is a 5'9" junior, number 6, Taylor Hallett. The freshman at 5'11", outside hitter number 7, Maddie Hayes Corona. The captain is senior at 5'9", in middle blocker number 8, Piper Lee. And finally, an outside hitter at 5'6", sophomore number 9, Reagan Waller. For head coach Ariel Putnam. This is by Josh Feller and Jordan Despain. That's your starting lineups. Again, brought to you by JD Detailing. We're about ready to get underway, and we're going to have the national anthem. So I'm going to stand up here, and we'll stay right here where they play the anthem. And I forgot one of the starter for the Pirates. It's the liberos. Alicia Black, a sophomore at 5'5". Libero for the Polson Lady Pirates here in Polson, Montana, as the Valkyries getting ready to take on the Lady Pirates here. And they'll get ready for the anthem and then introductions here shortly. So, the announcer here, I know, also coaches softball, and does softball as well. Get ready for the national anthem. So I'm going to be quiet here, and you guys can listen along. Nice job by one of the students here singing the anthem. Really good job here this evening here in Polson. It is the Lady Pirates and the Bigfork Valkyries conference battle. Once again, James LaFontaine, 406-270-7384. And text me out there. Let me know you're listening. All right, we're ready to get underway here. First serve brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Food. For all your grocery needs, including an amazing bakery and deli, 8111 Highway 35, Bigfork, Montana, 837-5010.